All right, welcome to another episode of You Left Shit Out. Where's that banner? I'm your host, Compton J. We are doing an early stream today, and I think I'm going to do another one a little bit later, maybe around 5 o'clock. So, there was a lot of topics I wanted to talk about. So, there was two reasons we're doing this, two streams, because it's multiple topics I want to talk about, and because I couldn't do the stream at my normal time. Excuse me. All right, so let's go to the topics. This is what we will be discussing today. I came across actually. Let me bring it up. I came across a uh, Jacobin. I think that's how you say it. They have a YouTube channel, and I came across an interview they did with someone who wrote an article about entitled "The End of the AOC Honeymoon." So that was the title. I think that's how you say it, Jacobin. Yeah. And I thought it was very interesting, not only what was discussed, but the other various. I'll get to that, so I don't want to kind of spoil that ahead of time. So let's. Oh, and then the other topic is kind of connected. The other topic is the irreconcilable differences that the old and the new left seem to be having. Now, you might be asking, so the gap is grows between the old and the new left, and AOC actually is a perfect example, or maybe one of the reasons um, the gap doesn't. It seems to be irreconcilable to me now. And the reason these people on the flyer or the graphic represents that when I say the old left, it's that them and their audience, the people who they listen to or who listen to them and think that what they're saying is a great strategy. That's so they're just representing that group of people, not just podcasters is not who I'm just talking about, is basically what I am trying to say. So those are the topics for today. I am going to share my screen so we can get right to it. But as I'm doing that, make sure you like this stream. We are getting close to our target. So we were thinking, or I think Nick was talking as if he felt, I think yesterday in his stream, like maybe we got close, but he didn't think we were going to make it. So when we woke up this morning, we were at 14,711. And I know that I'm sorry, 701, and now I know we've gained it like 25 or 30 since putting out a tweet. So please follow us. Please like this stream. And now let's get right into the topic. So here is the interview, the end of the AOC honeymoon with Natalie Shore. So this is early last month, almost exactly a month ago. So Jacobin, I think that's how you say it. Actually, let's read the caption. Let's read their caption here that they have. Let me make sure that's on the screen. So let's read what it says here. It says in 2018, AOC. Let's see. Text Rome. I just want to make sure that's not Rome because I text him. He normally has this spot, but I think he might be in the air, flying, or sleep or something. Anyway, in 2018, AOC was heralded as the millennial successor to Bernie Sanders. Today, some on the left are starting to have doubts. Jen Pan speaks with Natalie Shore. I think I'm saying her name right, about her recent article in the latest issue of Jacobin, and I think I'm saying that right too. Looking at AOC's role in the Democratic Party, What distinguishes her from Bernie Sanders? What is her function in bringing left ideas to new voters? And what should the left do to both support and pressure rising stars? Mostly, this means continuing to organize to create mechanisms of political leverage. That's the description of this a stream or session or episode. I'm not sure what they call it. So let's go.
You look at how segments of the left have really become pretty critical of AOC over the last couple of years, right? And in your piece, you explain that there's been sort of a series of mini controversies, I guess I'll call them, starting with the force the vote controversy. You talk about AOC and Jamal Bowman's votes on funding Israel's Iron Dome, which of course generated quite a lot of backlash. And you did not get into the Met Gala tax the rich dress fiasco, but I personally would add that to, again, just a string of sort of flashpoints that have outraged a lot of people on the left. So without, making you relitigate every single one of these mini controversies, I'm curious, what do you think these fights tell us about AOC's relationship to the left, and then more broadly, the left's relationship to power?
Sure. Well, I think
first off, I love the question. So I'm going to let her answer the question. Then I'm going to answer that same exact question. So let's go ahead and listen to Natalie.
More than anything, these incidents perhaps reveal a real tension about what it means for leftists to govern and how leftists are able to use their power through their considerable number of elected officials, all things considered, after just a couple of years. So the incidents I really focused on were Force the Vote and the fracas over Jamal Bowman's whether or not he should be expelled from DSA because of his vote for Iron Dome. And I think that what both of these situations illustrated was the fact that there is at times a tension between being, basically a tribune for the left and, fighting at all times for a leftist agenda and, governing in a remotely conventional way and, using the levers of power as they are meant to be used. And I think that both of those situations really, brought to the foreground attention within the broader left about what those electeds are for.
Yeah, so I want to follow up on that because part of your article also looks at how it's kind of a double-edged sword for AOC that she's sort of been catapulted to mega stardom, right? She is like household name at this point, very polarizing, attracts obviously a lot.
So I'm going to pause it there so I can ask the question before they move on in the conversation. But let her ask the question again for those just joining us. So I think this is here.
So without, making you relitigate every single one of these mini controversies, I'm curious, what do you think these fights tell us about AOC's relationship to the left, and then more broadly, the left's relationship to power?
Let's take the first question. What do these fights about AOC over issues that the squad, progressives, AOC, all of these issues, what does it say about the relationship from the left with AOC? It says that it's changed. There's obviously half the people, at least half maybe, who supported her, 5-6 years ago. Half of those people, or maybe let's say 30% of those people, have left. So it tells you that she has new followers. Also, her approval rating tells you that. How are you underwater? I forget by what amount. If you do know the amount, put it in the chat. But I forget by what amount. But she's her approval rating is underwater by a lot. So you essentially have people who used to support her who are now giving her bad marks. That's the indication of a split. And this is why I tied these two topics together, because it also is an indication of the split between what I call now the old left and the new left. And I'm giving them the name the old left simply because it is a old way of doing things, so a way we've already tried. And the new left, and to me, what is the defining distinction between the old left and the new left is the old left still believes or still wants to achieve their goals through the Democratic Party as some sort of left wing of that party. That, to me, it could be other definite, other added features, ingredients to what makes for you. But to me, that is the single thing that I can point to that everybody who's in the new left says, yes, that is the biggest thing. And maybe even the people who are in the old left, maybe they wouldn't give them names of the old left, but even those people, they basically, yes, this is like Sam Cedar, you hear him say this all the time. Like, yes, I sympathize. He'll say I sympathize, but they've pretty much given up. And, what can I say? Like, they don't have really see any results, which is true. So I give him credit for at least admitting that. So let's listen some more. Actually, no, the second question. So it tells, to answer to restate the answer to the first part of the question, what does it say about the relationship with the left and the left has with AOC? It says that it's changed. A good chunk of her supporters have left her. I would say at least 30% of her original supporters, but they've been replaced, in my opinion, by liberals. And then I think the second question is, what does it say about let me let her say it to make sure I get this right. Let her say it. Oh, let me rewind a little bit.
Without, making you relitigate every single one of these mini controversies, I'm curious, what do you think these fights tell us about AOC's relationship to the left, and then more broadly, the left's relationship to power?
What it says about the left's relationship to power is we have none. And we may not have any in the foreseeable future. That's what it says. It is a completely different strategy. And it's not just small differences. These are completely different strategies where their strategy is to be nice to certain, includes, not just that. So let's not be petty and not describe what their point is. Their strategy is to develop power or to get the things they want through the Democratic Party. And ours is not. So it's not as simple as, oh, we believe in protest versus we believe in electoral. Okay. It is I believe they believe we have a fundamental misunderstanding of power. And I think we believe the same thing of them. They have a fundamental misunderstanding of power. They believe that we fundamentally don't understand how to gain power within this system. So they're saying the vessel, it can be tattered, it has holes in it, and it's sinking, but this is the vessel. So what do we do about this? What do we do? How do we do it through this mechanism? And then the left, the new left, is more saying power for the people cannot be gained through by aligning yourself with one political party. You're showing your hand. There is no, I'm going over here if you don't do that. You get what I'm saying? There is no, I'm going to leave you guys if you don't do this. It's, I'm here and that's it. I'm not going nowhere and still do my stuff. Like, that's not a strategy that's going to win. So anyway, let's continue.
Sure. Well, I think more than anything, these incidents perhaps reveal a real tension about
Yeah.
what it means for leftists to govern, and how leftists are able to use their power through their considerable number of elected officials, all things considered, after just a couple of years. So the incidents I really focused on were Force the Vote and the fracas over Jamal Bowman's whether or not he should be expelled from DSA because of his vote for Iron Dome. I think that what both of these situations illustrated was the fact that there is at times a tension between being, basically a tribune for the left and, fighting at all times for a leftist agenda and
Yeah, a second.
Governing in a remotely conventional way, and using the levers of power.
Hang on a second. Let me go back here.
Illustrated was the all things considered after just a couple of years. So the incidents I really focused on were Force the Vote and the fracas over Jamal Bowman's whether or not he should be expelled from DSA because of his vote for Iron Dome. And I think that what both of these situations illustrated was the fact that there is at times a tension between being, basically a tribune for the left and, fighting at all times for a leftist agenda and, governing in a remotely conventional way, and using the levers of power as they are meant to be used. And I think that both of those situations really, brought to the foreground attention within the broader left about what those electeds are for.
Yeah, so I want to follow up on that because part of your article also looks at how it's kind of a double-edged sword for AOC that she's sort of been catapulted to mega stardom, right? She is like household name at this point, very polarizing, attracts obviously a lot of ire from Fox News commentators and other figures on the right, but at the same time is also like beloved and like broadly sort of held up by not just leftists and progressives, but I think even some liberals at this point. And to that point,
she just tipped you off. Even liberals at this point. The shift. Even liberals at this point. She just told what's happening with her. She's tipping us off what's happening with her. But let me say this, something I wrote down. There's a lot of things that are differences for the left. Strategy is a big one. But I do think that AOC, just the whole concept of hero worshiping and the deification of Bernie Sanders, of some of the major fault lines still. Because we can't criticize Bernie Sanders. It's this constant massaging of Bernie Sanders that must be done by some people. They can't take any criticism. They must always have this caveat. He opened my eyes. That's okay. It both can be true. It could be true that you're good, that he's good one day and now he's not. Have you ever seen Star Wars? I mean, it's a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. Like you could be good and then now you're not. He woke us up. He woke a lot of people up. That doesn't negate. It doesn't take away what he's doing now, which is awful. That is also, to me, what I see is a big thing. Just the overall hero worshiping, overall concept of what I'd call hero worshiping. They may describe it as not offending the people who are on our side. That's where we split. This is another split between the old and the new left. So let's listen some more to what she says here.
Point, I want to share the cover of a new book that I saw is just out from New York Magazine. It's called "Take Up Space: The Unprecedented AOC." I think the book just came out this week. I happened to glimpse it. I, of course, haven't read the book, but just from skimming through the description, it looks like a pretty hagiographic account of kind of her rise to stardom. So, given this kind of push and pull, or just given this, extremely high profile, how do you think this mega stardom works for and against AOC right now?
Okay, well, the analogy I used in the piece came from one of my sources, which is riding the tiger. I think one big part of this story, the story was more about the squad and the new elected officials, but I think the story is very obviously also about Bernie, insofar as sometimes on the left, we back up and remember that the biggest single reason that we have gotten to the point that we have at this point when we did it is because Bernie Sanders decided to run for the presidency on a lark in 2016.
Right.
So since that happened, we have elected several people, and that's a big deal. That's important. More people understand what socialism is than ever before. DSA has cleared 100.
Okay, let me just talk about a couple of things she said here. She said more people understand socialism. No, more people do not understand socialism. More people understand the co-opted, watered-down version of socialism that Bernie Sanders and AOC sells as real socialism. Here is another part where we diverge. Or maybe it's a result of us diversion here. There's another thing she says here. Let me go back 3 seconds and see.
In 2016.
Right.
So since that happened, we have gotten to the point that we have at this point when we did it is because Bernie Sanders decided to run.
This is what I mean by the deification. She's obviously one of the people I'm talking about. It's the constant have to reassuring Bernie Sanders gets some sort of credit, and the inability or refusal to critique Bernie Sanders like a politician and not like a homeless kitten, a unhoused kitten on the streets, malnourished. You get what I'm saying? It's this, yeah, you did bad kind of thing.
For the presidency on a lark in 2016.
Right.
So since that happened, we have elected several people, and that's a big deal. That's important.
Now, I wouldn't say that's a big deal anymore. Look what we have. We have a squad that's spineless and does nothing, has done nothing, has no accomplishments whatsoever. But they can tweet, we won. We're winning because they sent out a tweet. No. So I don't agree with that description.
More people understand what socialism is.
I already addressed that. No, more people understand what democratic socialism is, which is not socialism.
Than ever before. DSA has cleared 100,000 members, etc. And AOC.
DSA clearing 100,000 members is not a threshold. Is a threshold for what? Why is that? Why is that included as some sort of threshold of something? I just don't think that should be included. I'm trying to get through some more comments here. Get some more people's comments. I love having everybody be able to see their comments on screen. So let's continue.
AOC is a fairly significant part of that. I think the other squad members are also a significant part, but no one is quite at that same level that AOC is. And so,
because AOC was one of the first, if not the first, where the strategy of Justice Democrats, let's go in here and wreck shit. So people were behind that. People had a lot of passion behind that because it's like, yes, we're gonna get her here and she's gonna do it. Because we were behind the concept that we were sold on by the Justice Democrats. So she was a possibility of what could have been for the Justice Democrats if they actually followed through. If she followed through, I would be on board. Let's get some more people in there as we're doing our general strike, organize our movement. If AOC was still doing the things she did by protesting, sitting in front of Pelosi's office, that type of stuff, you may have something there.
She is able to be a mouthpiece. She is able to be, more palatable to liberals than I think some leftist messaging.
What do you mean she's become or is more palatable? Why? Why is she more palatable here? Let's go back.
1,000 members, etc. And AOC is a fairly significant part of that. I think the other squad members are also a significant part, but no one is quite at that same level that AOC is. And so, she is able to be a mouthpiece. She is able to be, more palatable to liberals than I think some leftist messaging has been. And I think that's ultimately a good thing. We do want people to be exposed.
Let me pause it so we can give Rome the proper introduction. What's up, sir? You muted. Good to see you.
I was just watching the show.
The thing is, I don't be on. So for those that were watching, I don't. When I'm doing my streams, I'm not watching myself. So I have a different window up. I have
I get both of my phones on and my game on.
Yeah. So I'm never watching it. So when somebody joined the other day too, Sabrina, and I didn't even know because I was on another screen showing shit, and I came back and saw it. But anyway, just shooting the shit, breaking down the end of AOC, this article, but just come to find out that this article is really written by a DSA member who is a AOC stan, maybe basically definitely a Bernie Sanders stan that's clearly starting to show. So just breaking it down and connecting it to how AOC is an example of why the old left and the new left is breaking apart and may have irreconcilable differences. We can't be back together. Yeah, it might be that. So I'm just
they're constantly trying to push their people to the right, and you heard her say that AOC can basically talk to liberals better than we can. Since she can talk to liberals better than we can. And what is the message that they are giving out? You know what I'm saying? If they are trying to connect with liberals over leftists, where are they moving with this movement? If you are moving to liberals and not trying to at least get leftists on your side, so you won't have to fight. You know what I'm saying? Both of us, because we're gonna go at the AOC, guaranteed. That's a guarantee.
Right. So this person says they think they have all the answers, all the right answers, but have little to nothing to show for it.
Yeah, and DOC is actually DSA is I said DOC. That's basically her shit. But they are anti-communist anyway, and like that's just backwards of being a fucking socialist. Why would you even be call yourself a socialist if you're anti-communist? So that means that y'all gonna end up staying in some echo chamber, some place. You're not gonna move forward with this. And now we're seeing the death of AOC movements. We seeing this, and with her influencers that call themselves leftists with these podcasts and news organizations, whatnot. They are falling with her because they have propped her up so much. And now that she has delivered a little of nothing, all that shit is about to burn down with them. So
yeah, that's all facts. But shout out to Dana. Love Dana. She always retweets her stuff on like after this episode, she'll retweet the episode for people to see. So AOC and Jamal Bowman abandoned the Amazon protest in New York. Facts. Like there's just proof of that where they say, yeah, we're gonna come. But Jamal Bowman is just I don't mean, he's just terrible to me. Yeah, blah blah blah. Jacobin tried to rehab Anna Kasparian as yes, I did see. I did go on their YouTube and see other videos, and I did notice her sort of like a host, and I was like, wow, this so Jacobin is really like a Democratic like shield almost like they're for Democrats, I guess. But anyway,
Like, ask all these socialists, what do you have planned? You know what I'm saying? And how are you planning to use your platform to prop up socialist ideas to actually get socialist movements?
exactly.
You know, and is your umbrella big enough for communists? Because as a
Right.
socialist, that only makes sense, right? For socialists and communists, I see if we was anarchists and communists fighting, you know what I'm saying, finding a way to not come together. But we should be hand in hand, right? Everything that socialism does, it leads to communism.
Right. It's like it's the tale of the sense of urgency. We've ticked our sense of urgency up, and they have not.
Yeah.
The old left. We've ticked our sense of urgency after this pandemic, and they have not. Maybe because some are living comfortable. Those who are living comfortable, maybe their urgency level has not been ticked up by the pandemic, by this war that's currently happening, and just the ridiculous propaganda. The clearly that Joe Biden is not leading this country, people. I don't know if you know that. Joe Biden is not leading this country. He is mentally not there.
Yeah.
He is not leading this country.
Let's be real, man. Like, with all this shit going on, like, yes, they might have had some things that happened in their family, as in close relative deaths or some sickness. Yes. But as you know what I'm saying, as people who report the news, we could have took advantage of the war. We could have took advantage of the pandemic. We could have took advantage of the Bernie and AOC and all that. All that is money. And they, even though life around us is collapsing, people who report on this, people who make their lives to report on these things, they start to live better. The more you live down, you know what I'm saying, the more you're going to look into them and try to find some type of hope or something that's going on. You're going to keep giving them subscribe to the channel. You're going to give them tips and all that shit. You're going to go to their Patreon, give them money there. But yes, even in wars, CNN has made so much money during the Iraq war, during the Afghanistan war, when it first had popped off. They had ratings out of this fucking world. But now look, you know, every time we got a war, every time people are living better, nobody's watching the news because we don't have a reason to. But let Trump get in office. People gonna be, they're gonna typing up Trump name, looking up any video and anything, and that does nothing but make our life better. It just gives you more anxiety, though. To be honest.
Right. So for those that don't know, and this is gonna, maybe it's a not a popular take, but I think Rome and I were lockstep with. I felt like it would have been better for Trump to win.
Yeah.
Because then the people who call themselves lefts, all these people who we're talking about, the Sam Teeters, the David Does, they wouldn't have went back to sleep under this president. If Donald Trump was there, they will be saying a lot of the same things and willing to fight and go out and physically do more of the same things, if not physically, but like be more similar in our strategies and our tactics. If Donald Trump was there, but they have somebody in there who they feel is they can get things through. It's just a different passion. It's it's completely different. So
we knew this was their plan. This is why they wanted Joe Biden in office, because they was tired of fighting and acting like Black Lives Matter. They was tired of fighting and acting like, you know what I'm saying, like they give a fuck about people at Standing Rock. They need a reason to go back to sleep, and this was their reason. You know, even
I remember George Takei. George Takei was like, "Damn, man!" Like he basically was saying, "I'm ready to go back to damn sleep."
Yeah,
and was pressuring people. And now I ain't heard him say nothing about no Black lives in how long? How long has it been? Like them niggas don't say shit about shit no more.
Some of them even took the Black Lives Matter out their bio and replaced it with the Ukrainian flag.
I was just about to go there, but let's what? Oh, I thought I typed the next topic. But let's also bring in oh, actually let me play more of this so you can hear more and get more of my critique and your critique of this.
Exposed to these arguments. We want people to, be reached where they are. And so I think that those things are very, very good. AOC and the rest of the squad have given DSA so much visibility, and they've really helped drive our membership and bring more people into the org who become organizers, who get involved in other campaigns.
How we're gonna expect her to give us an honest critique? You heard what she just said. AOC helped drive her membership. AOC did this. You see what I was just saying before? Maybe you didn't hear this part, Rome. I was saying it's the hero worshiping of these people. This is another reason you're seeing the old left and the new left split, because they're mad because we're critiquing all their favorite politicians. And if we're saying their favorite politician is supporting the police state, which is damaging the black community, but they on the other side is saying we love AOC. You see the problem? You see the problem? Like the person they're saying they love, we're saying no, this person is contributing to the brutality of our community. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like that's a irreconcilable problem that can't be fixed. You love this person, and we're saying this person is damaging our community. I don't see us fixing that. Let's go ahead and play a little more of this video. Let's get through more. So obviously we've discovered she is a DSA member. So the article is from a DSA standpoint. And now I'm not a person who's just, the person is DSA, so I don't like them. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying though, so I know a lot of people do say that, but I'm saying I'm not there to say that because I just simply haven't had the same interactions. I haven't had any interactions to be able to say that, but I do have this critique of DSA, and that's that they're too married to politicians, and that's it. I don't mean local DSA. There's a lot of great local DSA that doesn't have that problem, but the national DSA, they're too married to politicians. Oh.
I think the downside is that they have these broad platforms. They have these very broad constituencies. They are trying to make political inroads within whatever context they are operating in. In some cases they are trying not to butt heads with the leader.
You muted.
Sorry. Notice how hard it is for her to describe this part.
Yeah. You
notice how hard she was talking, free flowing talking, and then she gets to the part where she has to throw a bone to the what they would call far left, what I would call real left, because I wouldn't consider her particularly a real leftist. Maybe a progressive. Let's give her
liberal.
She's a
being nice, nigga.
Yeah, yeah, like she's trying to maneuver, like it's so hard.
Yeah,
because it's a hero worshiping is the barrier she has. But let's go back and listen to the description here.
To make political inroads within, whatever context they are operating in.
Absolutely, I'm thinking the same thing.
Other campaigns. I think the downside is that, they
oh yeah, the downside is the part where she starts to stutter. Yeah, good. Good looking out.
The squad has given DSA so much visibility, and
so I'm gonna rewind it a little bit more because I want you to see how it she downshifts. She's like this, blah 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 blah. Then the downside is like, come on,
you ain't getting over it.
It really helped drive our membership and bring more people into the org who become organizers who get involved in other campaigns.
Look at the pace.
I think the downside is that they have these broad platforms. They have these very broad constituencies. They are trying to make political inroads within, whatever context they are operating in. In some cases they are trying not to butt heads with the leadership, trying to figure out how to navigate the.
this is what I wrote. The note I wrote. Notice the difficulty she has in explaining what the squad AOC and other progressives have done to let us down, and how she frames it, and then she follow up with the excuses. She follows up. So what is this really about? It's really to say this lane, Rome, that I call the cosplaying left lane,
Yep.
where you're gonna have all the critiques. You see the title of the article, The End of the AOC Honeymoon. What? A real leftist sees that. Oh, let's go see this. Let's see the critique. And it's grazing. The critique is real general, nothing specifically. She's saying you did this wrong on, maybe in the article she is, but in this interview, right? So it's like, let me, did I rewind it already?
You know, in some cases they are trying not to butt heads with the leadership, trying to figure out how to navigate.
She's basically saying they're kissing ass, and that's what we're seeing here.
They're playing the middle. They're playing the middle ground. The middle ground. Like, okay, we might not get along, but we can actually work together. No, we can't. You know what I'm saying? You voting present on bills that jeopardize people's lives. You know what I'm saying? You voting to give the police more weapons, military weaponry. You know, we can't work together on no shit like that. After you pull something like that, then no.
Yeah, great point. Just reminding everybody, like this stream. We need all the help we can get. We're still trying to push to get our subscribers to 15,000. We're like at 275 away, so all your help, but liking the stream will help. More people will see it and hopefully subscribe. So please like the stream.
I love how people always say she don't work in your district. She don't work for your district. Bullshit.
Rome must be reading comments. Rome in the comments. So let's go to some comments,
shit, bro. Like she gave the DC police. She gave the DC police billions of dollars. How the fuck did she, like, come on now? But every time we got a critique is that, oh, she don't work for you. She don't work for your district. That's all you guys can say. After she didn't, come on, man. After the Iron Dome, after that situation, you guys should be pulling all your fucking subscriptions from that woman.
Oh, if it says the end of the, that's a typo. It should say the end of AOC because the title got too long. So that's a typo if it says that. It should say the end of AOC because I couldn't type the whole article because I ran out of the whole title. I'm sorry, because I ran out of space. But so that's a typo. I'll fix that in just a second. But let's go. I want to see some more. So much visibility to these progressives. The epitome of political power is being seen. She talks about that, and that's going to be the last point in this video we're going to talk about. She talks about, or I talk about the power dynamic and the left gaining power. She's going to talk about it in a second, I think. So let's see here. Yesterday, somebody joked Kyle would be defending Rokana over his disagreement with AOC. I don't really care about that. Easier for the DSA to imagine the end of the world than the end of capitalism.
Facts.
Wow.
Did you see, like, some of them DSA, some of these same DSA members that was talking shit about Trump, now they are pushing for war against Russia. They are pushing for war against Russia, and they shouldn't be pushing for war at all, for one. Like, but whatever.
DSA was founded as a sheepdog operation for Democratic Party. So it's like, hey, Bernie Sanders has created this new term, Democratic Socialist. So let's go ahead and piggyback on that. Is that what you're saying here with this comment? And that's basically from jump. It's been that somebody says the apostle.
Yeah, DSA was around for a minute. I think their leader was actually the leader was actually in ties with the CIA, some bullshit like that. But yeah. And people know it. They just like, oh well, we do good locally.
let's play it. Let's play some more
Keep
so we can
lying to
get to the
yourself,
next video
motherfucker.
here. Get to the next video.
Navigate the halls of power, even if they're doing that in very good faith from a leftist perspective. I think that it can be hard to be a confrontational outsider when you're on the inside.
All right, I'm gonna have to rewind this
because
this is just
politician in
complete
general.
garbage.
And I
right
think that all of
here.
those tensions are obvious within.
It's complete garbage right here. Like the excuse making right here. So I'm just gonna rewind it so we can hear all of this excuse making. It can be hard to navigate as a militant. No, maybe she didn't use militant, but let's listen.
Whatever context they are operating in. In some cases they are trying not to butt heads with the leadership, trying to figure out how to navigate the halls of power, even if they're doing that in very good faith from a leftist perspective. I think that it can be hard to be a confrontational outsider when you're on the inside. And I think it can be hard to
No.
Well, how did she how is she an outsider? What have she voted on so far that makes her so much of an outsider?
She's not
anybody.
Rome, what she's saying, Rome, is what she's doing is addressing critiques of AOC without saying the critique. She's just answering it without saying it. So the critique is she's not doing anything. And so she's answering it by saying it can be hard to be that. You get what I'm saying? This is what excuse making I was saying. So she's saying all these excuses she's giving is without bringing up the critique. Yeah. So let's go back just a little bit.
Or even if they're doing that in very good faith from a leftist perspective.
Really? I mean, just who says they're doing this in very good
whatever
faith?
Context they are operating in. In some cases they are trying not to butt heads with.
Like it was so hard trying not to. She's trying to find the right. I should have said white. No, I'm going to use that. She's trying to find the white words to say, and I'm meaning WHITE, because that just clicked to me, because that's literally what I meant by the right words, the RIGHT.
She's whitewashing the fuck out of this.
That's what I'm getting to. Like, it's whitewashing this out. She wants to whitewash the critique. So that's what she's doing and answering it.
With the leadership, trying to figure out how to navigate the halls of power, even if
she's trying to figure out how to navigate the halls of power. How long you been there, girl? How long you been there? You still trying to figure this shit out? You still trying to figure? Because I can figure that shit out in 2 weeks. Figure it out, man. How long are we supposed to wait to the next election?
Mm-hmm. And then the next one.
Even if they're doing that,
she's gonna be as old as Nancy Pelosi.
From a leftist.
And then she says, yeah, she's not. Basically, she's saying, yes, she's not doing anything, even though she's doing it from a leftist perspective. What does that mean? Look,
to butt heads with the leadership, trying to figure out how to navigate the halls of power, even if they're doing that in very good faith from a leftist perspective. I think that it can be hard to be a confrontational outsider.
So she's addressing it. All of you are saying she needs to be more confrontational. It could be hard to be a confrontational outsider. That's what she's addressing us.
It's not.
So let's continue.
You're on the inside. And I think it can be hard to learn how to be a movement politician in general. And I think that all of those tensions are obvious within a few different people.
Yeah. I want to follow up on that.
It can be hard to be a
sell out.
It can be hard to be a movement politician. Listen, so at one point you're saying, not at one point, not her, but on one side, AOC stands say, let me replay what she just said here because I want to say it the right way.
To learn how to be a movement politician in general. And
it's hard for her to learn how to be a movement politician. But when we say, what did AOC do? They want to bring up all of her activism. But then you want to say it's hard for her to learn how to be a movement politician. She can't be both, because a movement politician is another word of saying an activist politician. Yeah. That's the word she's given, an activist politician. But when we say What has she done? She has no accomplishments.
Oh no,
Then you want to
she has to move into. She has to learn how to move in the Hall of Congress and the halls. And
yeah, this is bullshit, dude. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. So this was set up as a critique of her. It's like that lane. This is what let me get back to that point. The lane I call cosplaying lane, where you critique right, you critique the Democrat, critique him, and then let's go ahead and go with them. That's the lane, and that's what she's doing here. Let's continue.
And I think that all of those tensions are obvious within a few different people.
Yeah. I want to follow up on that, because something else that you point out in your piece is sort of near the end. You note that the problem isn't really that AOC is insufficiently accountable to the left, or maybe that's kind of part of the problem, but a larger problem is that in the US there really is no left to speak of, or it's in a very weakened state, right? So I suppose the question for you is,
so first off, she kind of glances over the first part. That is actually a significant part. Here, let's do it again.
I want to follow up on that, because something else that you point out in your piece is sort of near the end. You note that the problem isn't really that AOC is insufficiently accountable to the left.
That is actually. She's insufficiently accountable to the left. Yeah. And you're glancing over that. This also speaks to this is where the left, the split, the old and the left splits. And like I was saying in the title, AOC is an example of the split. AOC, she is an example of that big split between the old left and the new left. So let's click this here. Thank you for the super chat. Let me make sure I don't have any other super chats. I've been in the other window, so I do. Let me star these other super chats before they get away. Sorry, I've been just talking and ranting. All right, so navigating the halls of power is another way to say they're capitulating to the establishment and giving up on being real progressive. Get Nick back on the Jimmy Dore show. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I would love to have Nick back on the Jimmy Dore show. Yeah. And so Jimmy, if you're watching, please get him back on. At least a shout out to try to get us back to 15K. But anyway, if you're watching, you can jump on the stream too. I can say this now because I'm gonna have to jump off at 10:30. I was gonna end it at 10:30 and come back on later. But if you want to do your spot, because I know you usually are on early at the early hour, you can just continue the stream if you want. 10:30, I got a Zoom call because we're still working on the leftist comedy group. So we're trying to still bring comedy to this channel, like an SNL style sketches and stuff. So I have a Zoom call with them at 10:30 my time, which is in 15 minutes. Yeah. So we'll figure that out then. So thank you for the super chat. Let me go to the other super chat. Where is it here? This one. These people are twisting themselves into pretzels to defend progressives in good faith means ordinary people will get nothing from nothing. Yes. It's like intentions. Now we're supposed to, like, on their intentions, we're supposed to give them credit. No, man. We need results here. Not no intentions. I forgot the point I was making before, but let's rewind it and see.
Politician in general, and I think that all of those tensions are obvious within a few different people.
Yeah, I want to follow.
So what I was saying was the cosplaying left lane. That was the last point where you're critiquing them, but you're gonna eventually push them back. And then when I first saw this video, when I first began this video, I thought it was a real critique on AOC, and then we go through the video room and find out really. It's the appearance of trying to critique her, but you're really saying, no, we need to support her. Yeah. We need to all these great things. That's really what this is about. So it's all of these fronting, these cosplaying left people, because they believe this is where we differ. Having a belief, to me, does not make you a leftist. Having the belief in strategy, a leftist strategy, makes you a leftist. It's you have to include strategy, has to be part of what a leftist is. Go ahead, Ron. What do you think of that?
No, I was just agreeing with you that you got to make it your whole this socialism your whole goal. We can't just stop here and negotiate. Sometimes we can't negotiate with our enemies or people that, even if they have more money or higher power, sometimes we're going to just put our foot down and have to lead movements with the people, which her and Bernie Sanders had. I know they had millions of people on the ground, even during the coronavirus. People were still out canvassing and going out voting for these people and trying to keep their house blue or their districts blue and whatnot. People was out here on the ground for them. They had the power, they have the money, they have the fame, they have whatever they have it all. But it's always something, right? It's always gonna be something, and this is why Nick was pointing this out. He pointed this out a while ago. Like, this is the true grift of selling you dreams of taking over the Democratic Party, knowing that you can't get anywhere without dark money, knowing that you can't really fight these people unless you join them. Because they go in with promises of acting like they're going to be the Tea Party, but then when they get in, they act like, then when they get in, everybody is having a Tea Party. Everybody is
they act like another Democrat. They act like literally. I literally say this: if you replace the squad with corporate Democrats, what legislatively would be different? What legislation would be different?
None.
What will we have or not have that we have or don't have now?
You didn't see them start. You didn't see them trying to block
nothing.
$400 million.
It would literally be no difference in legislation.
Got blown up. They didn't even stop. They didn't try to stop the weapons going to Ukraine. They didn't even try to stop the fucking war with Russia. They weren't vocal on any of this.
Right. And earlier, Rome, in the earlier than conversation, you may have saw it off screen, but I was saying how, because the first question was, what does all the problems like with forced to vote and everything, what does that say about the relationship between AOC and the left? And I said, it says that she's lost a good chunk of her old supporters. That's what it says. It says she's lost that. But then the bigger question is, who has she replaced it with? And I have a video for that. Have you noticed that corporate media is somehow now nicer to her? Like, we're now like they're buddies, they're friends now. Now AOC is down with them now, where when she was down with Bernie, they hated her fucking guts. And when she was protesting Pelosi, she was a thorn in the side.
Yep.
But now she's being embraced more and more. And I want to play this next video where now, if here it goes, if The View is down with you, bro. If The View is down with you,
holy fuck.
AOC predicts America may not, and now she's out parroting propaganda that democracy is about to end.
Congressman Alexander.
So this is her new audience. This is her new audience here. This is her new audience. People that watch The View, liberals who want to call themselves left. Whoopi Goldberg ain't left whatsoever. Actually, let's call her by her name. Her name is Karen. Karen ain't left at all. Okay, so this is her new audience. And this is why it reflects in her approval rating. Where is Nick is in the audience. I know Nick is in the audience. Not The View like an AO. Yes, Nick. Nick is in the audience. Hey, man, you got that Cali stuff? There's that Cali. Is that stuff from Cali, huh? That's why you.
This that purple shit I was smoking last night.
Yeah, I was just saying, because you ain't coughed like that since you've been in California.
Man, I was choking off my motherfucking laugh because goddamn, like I could have sworn she was running off, democracy is dead and we need to have a political revolution but now she's saying it's gonna die again. What the hell is you? You can't be Nas. Yeah. You can't say hip hop is dead and then come out with another album, nigga. Who the fuck is you?
Oh, he said he's resurrected. If you listen to Nas now, he said no. I said hip hop was dead, but it's been resurrected like Harry. Nas. Okay, so we gotta do a hip hop show. We should start doing that. You and me start doing a hip hop show.
We can do it.
We're awkward. Yeah, absolutely. Let's listen to this video though.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez sat down for an interview with the New Yorker where she warned about the nationwide assault on voting rights and the rise of white nationalism. And she was asked to clarify her statement where she thinks America could be headed. Take a look.
You used a phrase earlier in the midst of this. If we have a democracy 10 years from now, do you think we won't?
I think there's a very real risk that we will not. I think what we risk is having a government that perhaps postures as a democracy and may try to pretend that it is, but isn't.
Nigga, that you just.
Wait.
I just say we're not gonna have a democracy.
Idea of
then
America having fled
describe the
Nicaragua,
government that
where
we
there
have
is
now.
not a
Man,
democratic.
fuck this show.
I was trying to look for the button to pause it. I thought you was gonna interrupt that shit way before that. I was like
Yeah, I
waiting for
was
you to
about to,
interrupt
man.
that
I'm
shit.
like,
I'm
what the
like,
fuck?
what the?
She just
Does she
described
not know-
the government that we have now.
I'm saying, and what the issue is that implies that we have something now. So all the people who are living on the margins of society, all the unhoused people, this is democracy to them. This is democracy. All the people being brutalized by the police, this is democracy to them. It's a not recognizing at all of anybody's pain at all, but a certain segment of people who can get things done through electoral politics. But the point of me playing this video was AOC is now actively going out answering questions with Democratic talking points. This is AOC. This is why now liberals love her.
She couldn't even.
Liberals love her. People that was K-Hive down with K-Hive now is talking about AOC.
And you know what? You know what's so crazy is she wasn't even quick on her feet. She had to describe the government that we have now because she couldn't think 10 years from now of what we will really have. Because come on now, what we would have 10 years from now, we go down the same path that they're trying to take us down, is what we have now. A fake democracy, illusion of choice, everybody fighting blue MAGA versus red MAGA. Same shit.
Thank you for the super chat. AOC's party argued in court that they are a private corporation that can rig its primaries.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And they told you that. They told you that 3 times on national television. All we did was make mean tweets and ratio them.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to get off in a minute so I can do the Zoom meeting. But Rome, if you wanted to stay on, maybe you can address this comment about you.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of people that want to get rid of me. That shit ain't happening though.
People understand that. So we need to do this stream, a founder stream, where we're doing where me, you, and Nick do episodes. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Rome is a founder. And we believe in, let's say Rome did something egregious. We believe in restorative justice. Also,
I mean, I'm not even a violent dude, really.
But
it's like I had addressed some rumors, like, and everything is public out here. Like, you can't. There's nothing on my name that is violent anyway, or
right. But the thing is, one, we're not giving this person credibility in any way. I'm not going to be nice to Heidi in any way, because calling you a thug, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You can say you don't like the violence of Rome, but the interjecting and calling him a thug is a problem. So I don't have any respect for this person in any way. I just wanted to bring the point. I just wanted to bring the point that that if Rome did something egregious, I'm saying, because this person is saying get rid of you. So I'm saying, even if you did like the worst of the worst things, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's still a conversation we're going to talk about restorative justice.
Yeah.
We're building a
on what I
movement.
did.
We're building a movement.
Because
Look at,
if I did do something, you know, oh, this is a Chris Rock fan. No, you know what it is? I made the I made the free speech. The free speech.
Yeah.
They're mad because they feel like, you know,
this is the Chris Rock thing. Is what this is about. The other day, because you
I don't care about your laws. I don't care about no American laws. I don't care about your rights and none of that. I'm just living, and we're trying to make this thing better. But I don't care. I don't give like
right. And the thing is,
this shit protects you from the government, not other people. Remember that, because y'all always y'all free speech nuts. Y'all always say, oh, you got a freedom to say what you want to say. Yeah, but that protects you from the government, not other people. So just stop it, y'all.
Yeah, all rights is to
and stop calling black people thugs, because that just don't make you look like I already know. Like, I see so much racism, man, every day in my DMs, my inboxes, this and that. You fucking black commie, N-word, all kind of shit.
But this is what I want to say about this is that about the violent thugs. Listen, when the revolution comes, me and Rome already talked about that. What do you think is going to be here? If the prisoners are out of jail, whose side do you want them to be on? I want them to be on my side. The convicts, because they've been done wrong too. The felonies, the gang members, whose side you think they're going to be on? Me and Rome talking about recruiting them like the Black Panthers did.
Yep.
And so I'm sorry, like, we're going to have people with bad backgrounds and this and that. That's going to happen. When the real revolution, I don't think people really get the concept of that. I do got to get off so I can do this Zoom call. Are you going to stay on? Or are you going to be
I probably got like 10 minutes for some more updates, because I am about to be I'm about to be in Florida pretty soon. So everybody can dip out and shit like that.
I'm gonna dip out. So everybody, I'm roasting out, but Rome is gonna stay around to go over some things. So I'm gonna be back later. I'm gonna try to come back at 5 o'clock for a completely different set of stories. So there's more stories I want to touch. So peace out, everybody.
Okay, it's 1:30 my time. All right, CJ. All right, y'all. I'm about to be in Florida pretty soon. I'm gonna stop in Jacksonville, so I might do something out there before I head out to Orlando. Just probably, something real quick while I'm on the ground, and then after that, come back home, and I'm gonna be in Boston. I'll see y'all out there in Kansas. Me and Nick. Hopefully, we can get. I'm gonna try to look into getting a park so we can actually, come together. If y'all want to come out and help us out, because we're gonna try to throw a barbecue for the community, and maybe bring out some speakers, bring out some music, hopefully get a permit. If not, we're just gonna find a spot that we can just go off on. If we usually find somebody with some private property. Private property isn't hard to find here, but I'll be in Delaware also, and that's going to be July. Kansas and Delaware is going to be in July. And after that, I'm sitting down for the rest of the year because I'm focusing on my garden. So we're going to be building some beds pretty soon. I'm going to be building my thrift store pretty soon too. I'm going to be building on my thrift store, I should say. I'm focusing on getting donations, P.O. boxes, all that shit together. It's happening fast, but I'm just hoping, it don't burn down as quick as I had got it. You know what I'm saying? What you farming? No, I haven't. I am so lazy. I need to look into. I go to sleep to the stuff. It's like, I'll be looking at it, I'm sitting there smoking, and next thing you know, I wake up in my garage. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in a whole nother thing on YouTube. I'm on a whole nother side of YouTube, and they talking about some creepypasta shit. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to pay attention, because I need to. I really need to get that garden up. Right now, though, I'm gonna be focusing on trees. So I got a couple of trees that's in my way. We're gonna get rid of those because they are dead. I won't cut no live tree down, so don't kill me. We're gonna be cutting down a couple of trees. I got somebody who's gonna donate a tiller to me, so I'm gonna have a better way of flipping over my dirt. as y'all have probably seen, that I was flipping over by hand because that's all I had was hand tools. I can't afford no goddamn tiller. The thing costs about $2,000. Shit. But somebody was nice enough to give me one. We're gonna focus on trees. I'm gonna grow pears, apples, everything that can stand harsh winters, and the stuff that I'm not allergic to. Hopefully, like we having a late spring here. I thought it was gonna be an early spring, but it's a late spring. So I don't think I'm gonna actually plant too much of anything. I'm just gonna get everything ready as far as the beds. You know, I can plant my trees and get those ready, and I can you know, I guess build another greenhouse and work on my thrift store until we can get a better year. But yeah, trees will be awesome because they will always feed the community even when I'm gone. Like even when I'm gone, people can always pick what they want. I want a good variety of trees surrounding the back of the garden, so everybody can just come through. Once you walk to the garden, the thrift store gonna be right there. You can either walk around the thrift store or walk through the thrift store and get through the garden for right now because I can't afford no fucking gate. So I want it to where you walk through the thrift store, then you look to the left. It's a open shower. Well, not an open shower, but it's a shower for people to wash up and blah 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 blah. You know, you got a nice little trail going through. You got from vegetables over here to my left because it's a little bit more open. The space is a little bit more bigger, especially when I'm going to knock down this gate. And you go to the right, I'm gonna start growing on my fruits and stuff over there on the beds over there. I still need a cat, and people like, oh, I can give you a cat, but it's not that easy, you know. I need a feral cat that can stand winters. That's already out here. Like I can't just get a baby cat and put them outside. Like it don't work like that. They're gonna die. Potatoes, yep, I'm growing potatoes, but around there we got groundhogs. So right now I'm trying to figure out the best way to get rid of this groundhog. The neighbor next door has said that he was putting chunks of Irish Spring, the soap, inside of the ground, and yeah. My zone, yep. See, and this is why I think my zone is like zone 6. I think I'm like zone 6 or 7 also, because I was just talking to somebody about this, and it was like, yeah, it's not gonna be like this year. You're not gonna be able to grow as much as you would think. But that's not what I'm focusing on anyway. I'm really focusing on making it look pretty overall. You know what I'm saying? Making it actually building the thrift store. You know, because if I can just build the thrift store or the tiny home, I should say legally, you know, we can really get things moving, especially with donations coming in. And with the clothes and shit like that, and we can actually get people selling. I can get people out there, you know, to work, you know, and just really get shit going, you know, and let people know that there's more to come. That way I can get more people to come and, you know, help out with the community garden and whatnot. I have three people that want to get a plot and whatnot, but yeah. I don't know, man. It's hell yeah, I'm growing some hot peppers. Oh yeah. It sucks because I don't know. Like I'm allergic to a lot of fruit, so somebody else is gonna have to grow it for me or take care of it, I should say. Because I can't even taste it to see if it's right. Strawberries, watermelon, kiwi, bananas. Well, I can't even grow bananas here anyway. I can't grow kiwi here. I know I can't grow oranges. I can't grow lemon. So, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna do the damn thing, y'all. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be so nice, man. I'm gonna feel like I'm actually doing something that matters, like a motherfucker can just walk up, even when I'm asleep, I'm asleep or I'm gone out of town, and the community is still going. People are still being fed, people are still being clothed for a little of nothing. I want the food, what I'm saying, to be as free. I want the food to be free because shit, we already growing on cheap ass land anyway. So just get a community back. That way, give it to the community and they ain't gonna take from you. They'll protect you more than anything. But I need y'all to share. I need y'all to share this screen, share Revolutionary Blackout on Facebook, share it with your boomer cousins, with your boomer aunties and moms and dads, and tell them that, hey, look at this. You know what I'm saying? Just go on their phones, like, let me see your phone, and just subscribe on their shit. Subscribe to us and let us brainwash your parents and your But we trying to hit that 15K. It's been a hell of a year, y'all. We didn't came so far. I want to thank all y'all, because holy fuck, we done been through some shit, man. And people have really came after us. You know what I'm saying? It has been money after us. I didn't see, proof that people had put farm trolls against me, against my name and stuff like that. And holy fuck, man. One time I had to hire a lawyer. It's been a long year. It's been a long year, and we still here. Still here, and we still growing strong, man. We wouldn't be here without y'all. I know that. And I know that shit sound cliche as hell, but what else you want me to say? I mean, it's the truth. We wouldn't be here without y'all. And I appreciate, what I'm saying, the time that y'all give us, y'all listening to us on our Twitter spaces, to our YouTube, Twitch, Rockville, wherever you listening to us from, man. We really do appreciate all the love, man, because it's hard out here for a pimp, it really is, because they see us and we're not, chirping those songs that they thought we were. They thought that we was going to say, oh, well, these guys are black. Well, sooner or later, they're going to say, go for the Democratic Party. No. The only reason why we are in those type of spaces is to infiltrate them and push people to the left. That's the only reason why you would join any organization as a communist. And Lenin had talked about this. But need a lawyer. I'm new here, but I hope I'll continue. It's being censored. Red Scare. Man, that Red Scare, like, oh, China bad and the communist bad and the socialism leads to capitalists fucking dropping bombs in your mama's hospital. Don't tell me shit about these people be trying to tell me shit about countries that they can't even point to on the map. If we was to wipe the map clean, they can't even point to the outlining. Don't listen to these people. China got this and China got that. Why y'all projecting so much? I mean, even if these countries have whatever the fuck you say they have, you know what I'm saying? From camps to fucking you know what I'm saying? Torture camps to whatever the fuck you guys conspiracy theories make up. All right, I'm pretty sure America has done worse, and we have proof of it. We have proof of George Bush and these people torturing these humans, the tactics that they use to get information. Why are you projecting? Then when we started to point out what America has done, oh, well, I know not, America is not the worst country, but look at them. No. We're on America shit now, because actually, now that we bring up that, then we have camps? Don't we still have camps? Don't we still have kids in cages today? Don't women get hysterectomies at the border? No. You wanted to talk about, like, we on this. Right, Guantanamo Bay. Who runs that? Oh, well, that's not, it's technically because technicality. Nah, bitch. Nah. Stop projecting. Because what happens when these countries get their shit right? What happens when these countries actually do something? And, you know what I'm saying? Do something to fulfill your every need and reverse every critique that you had, right? Then you're going to have to look in the mirror like, damn, okay, well, I guess they stopped that and they stopped that and they apologized for it. They manned up to it and they didn't give these people all their freedom and rights and whatever. Okay, well, now what? Where's your anger at? Where do you direct your anger to? Because it's easy to punch down on these other countries. Because you don't know a goddamn thing about them or these people or their culture. We got Americans talking about Russians don't agree with Vladimir Putin. I ain't gonna say I turn on the TV, but I see my, you know what I'm saying, my videos, my connections send me. And I see a protest with over 200,000 people out in the streets in agreement with Putin. These motherfuckers be lying to y'all. So many people feel so safe under the bosom of America's white supremacy, man. They don't want to call that shit out. They feel comfortable. They made it. They live in the American dream. Fuck out of here. You niggas lazy. Losers. And you lazy Americans. Right. Never stepped a foot in these countries, but you know everything. Oh, well, my friend said this and blah, blah. Bro, I'm from America. Let a foreign ask me anything about America, I'm about to say the worst things that can come to mind. Because I hate America, and we have people that live in these countries that might not like how it is going or what have happened to their families. Yes, you might have friends like that because you might hear, oh, America is the greatest country in the world, but you come to me and I say, no, don't come here. Don't even think about it. It's a prison. They scared. They just scared. They scared. And this whole Russia thing, this whole liberal hate with Russia, they know. Man, they know. Man, if Russia really wanted to go to war with us, we gonna be in some shit. But let me tell you this: the only reason why they are pushing war, these so-called socialists are pushing for these capitalists to go to war with each other because they really want to save capitalism. This is what their whole movements are about. They never take it as far. They don't even take it as far as me. Fuck Stalin or Lenin. They don't even take it as far as me. This is what their whole fucking thing is about. And if we was to actually chop an arm or at least a hand off of white supremacy, you know what I'm saying? The grip that it has on the neck of these nations and these people, their life is going to change. Their life is going to change, man. Today lives, and they are afraid of that. They do not want America to lose any power because they agree with white supremacy just as much, or maybe even more than these MAGA people. They don't want to lose they don't want to lose their jobs. They don't want to lose their stick with their string and carrot. And what do I mean by that? That stick with the string and the carrot is over your head. And they riding your back. This whole fucking time, they're riding your fucking back. Riding your ass all the way to the voting booth. As soon as you vote, what's up, Doc? They eat the motherfucker right in front of you and act like they ain't got to do a damn thing. You already gave up your power. Hell yeah. They always defend American imperialism. Bro, they would never call out America. They would call out Republicans. That's it. Or when a Democrat go rogue and probably agree with a Republican. They don't call out America for what it is. They playing games with this shit. They think this shit a game. They think they on some fucking team. They think they are winning something. We all lose. You a socialist, but you pushing for America for these imperialist bombs to drop on the country that's the reason that we are here today. We owe a lot of respect. Fuck Putin altogether, but we owe a lot of respect to the Russians and what their grandparents have been through for us, all of us. Who knows what this world would have been like without them? Just like right now, with America literally arming Nazis, man. I'm not tiptoeing around it. The EU, the UK, France, they are arming Nazis. And once again, Russia is the one that's stepping up. But once again, we are the ones siding with Nazis. What's going to happen when these people get what they want? What do you want? You got all these goddamn stations and strongholds built around me, built around the world and other continents that you shouldn't even be in. You shouldn't even have any word or power in. What is your end goal here? And what happens when they breed? When these Nazis breed and they teach, and their children go on and do the same thing. And our government is funding them, giving them this ideology. They're going to come over here and what? We bring them over here. We bringing those people over here. What they're going to think about me? The fuck? Hell yeah, they're trying to break up Russia. Man, they've been trying. I'm trying to remind people. You have to remind people Russia has been invaded. Yes, I will be on my toes. Russia has been invaded through Ukraine 3 times. It looks like the same thing. You setting up, got over 100 motherfucking NATO. Come on, bro. Fuck yeah, I'm on my toes. I don't agree with killing civilians, but this is how it goes. This is how they set up those civilians. Because if the Ukrainian government actually gave a fuck about these people, right? We wouldn't even hear about civilian deaths because they would have evacuated these people the first time, the first day. But this shit has been going on for years. But Don't forget Donbass. The Ukrainian government has been letting this go. They let this go on. They let these people have been slaughtered, murdered. As we seen, people like, oh well, this is it was a video of a Russian woman, I believe. She was Russian, and her husband. They was being hung. She was pregnant. Oh, this video is old. Yes, it's from 2014. Rings a bell, right? So not only do they not give a fuck, they set up shop. They set up shop in these people residential areas, kept them there, held hostage. And now look what is going on. Not only is buildings that people have to live in, supermarkets have to get sacrificed because they are storing their weapons there and their army men there. Not only that, they're using the people as human shields. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Russia said they don't want any civilian deaths, right? They're trying to keep the civilian death rate as low as possible. Not like they ain't not on some Obama shit, bro. Because if they wanted to, they could have did it. They could have did it. It could have just wiped out everybody. Correct. All right, then. They keeping these people because they know Russia got to come with a new strategy of just going at it because they was talking head to head. Ukrainian army and the military versus the Russians? Are we serious? No, that shit ain't happening. You need some type of backup or human shield in order to stop them from coming in like how they supposed to. Because this war's supposed to bend over. And looking at the maps, they have taken over lots of territory. It took longer because the Ukrainian government is using these people, was killing these people. They talk about, oh, well, the Russian government, the Russian military is killing civilians. But then when we post videos of people being tied to posts, beaten, stripped, we're talking about children and women. When we talk about that shit, they trying to say, oh, well, they was looting and they was stealing. Yeah, I was still too in the middle of a fucking war. You got me okay, well, let's wait. Let me go to CVS. But oh shit, is that another fucking bombing? Oh yeah, let me go to CVS and hey, where's the fucking manager? Oh, he was killed? A shelling. Oh, you got somebody else? Oh, you don't work here, you're looting too. Oh. What the fuck? Don't want to talk about this shit for real. Y'all don't want to talk about the goods and bad. You're trying to paint one person bad. And it's not just Putin, bro. It's a lot of leaders that agree with this shit. Whether they tell you straight up or not. A lot of world leaders agree with putting America in check. This isn't about Ukraine. This is about America. This is about America. Why are we putting so much money into it if it isn't about us? Why are we trying to bully the EU? Why are we over there? But no. America is the good guys. We deliver democracy. I'm flabbergasted. These Russians. Well, who the fuck are y'all, bro? You motherfuckers the reason why I am over here in the first place. Oh, that was so long ago. Really? Why do y'all have almost more slaves than any fucking body, bro? Any fucking body. Yes, we count in the prisons. Because once you lose your fucking rights, you become a slave to the state. %22% of the fucking world population. Like, y'all niggas got some nerve. Stick your nose where it should be, up Uncle Sam's ass. Not saying that we can't put these other countries in check, but shit, if you're gonna do something, I mean, if you're gonna talk from a pedestal, that bitch needs to come down a couple of steps. Because you Americans think that we are up. No. We're talking about right now, though. Okay, right now, you're talking about Yemen? Are we talking about the 15,000 children that we just starved in? Oh. I thought you was talking. Well, we was talking about something right now. Why you walk away? Why you want to block? Now you want to block a nigga. Now you want to block a nigga. They do whatever it takes to make America looks good. The fuck? My fucking 9-year-old son to tell you some shit, man. Y'all niggas, y'all need to grow up, bro. Y'all need to grow up and take off the 3D glasses. Stop being afraid. Everything that you learned was a lie. Everything that you hear is a lie. You have to deprogram yourself. You have to unlearn things. It's going to be a tough road, but at least, you know what I'm saying, you will be relieved. You don't have to wake up and believe these motherfucking lies anymore. You see it for what it really is. You know you see that shit. You know you see it. But you fight. It can't be right. Well, they're trying their best. And this is all we got. We just get more people like us, yeah. Like, bro, we had a black president. 8 years, nigga. Super majority. We seen this. It's like a soap opera. I mean, you know, same role. I mean, different roles, but it's the same strip. Shit, actually, I don't know. Obama fucked some shit up. Trump won like Obama. Obama was a warhead for real. That nigga, Obama, he need to be dealt with. That nigga need to be locked up. Unlearning is the real challenge. Yes, because I'm not sitting here acting like I'm some holy. My name is unholy for a fucking reason. Look, I had to unlearn so much shit from being hateful, from being, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, man. You got to unlearn so much shit in order to learn new things, man. Can't just jump here to there and think that you're going to catch on. Well, I know this and that. I have friends that's leftists and liberals. And, well, you're not taking in any real information because, bro, you just drifting with the wind. Where do you stand? Can't be in the middle of all this shit. And this is why the left do split, because, you know, it's split because people latch on to the left during certain movements and certain times. They use us. You know what I'm saying? And then once shit started to hit the fan, everybody started oozing off. The real left will stand, and the rest of them, they're going to be fighting against us. Fighting against our marches, fighting against, you know what I'm saying, what we do, fighting against us teaching and feeding. Sad. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. I'm just trying my best out here with the little time I got, because we don't have that much time, man. We don't have that much time. But just make the motherfuckers remember you, man. For real. Like, you weren't about no games. You ain't do this. Like, you couldn't do it all, but you did something. Shit. That's all I'm trying to do. I might not complete all of my goals. I might not make it, You know what I'm saying? I might not even get the fucking garden together. Whatever happens, I tried. Man. Yes, it's gonna be hard. But fuck, who the fuck gonna do that shit for me? Who the fuck gonna like? We got so many people in our community that want to do something, but just don't know how to take the first foot forward. Shall I learn how to walk? Might as well take off running now, cause fuck it, man. That's an anniversary date passed. No, our anniversary is on the 1st, April 1st. I was like, damn, that's a funny ass anniversary. I'm about to get some money in Russia. I wonder if I can get some Russian money. Some money in rubies. In the white country, established in the USA, UK, Ukraine, France. Maybe Russia is not playing for this. Man, they just love. Man, they know. Look, I'm telling you, they're not talking about this shit because they love that white supremacy, bro. No matter if Germany, like this is just like American, like America. Let's say if they ban Nazi flags here, but you know what I'm saying, they ban Nazi flags and statues. Okay, blah blah blah, but they still made it legal for them to fund Nazis. So no matter if Germany knock down whatever statue and try to make it right, they still, yeah, it's all the same shit. These white supremacists is white supremacists, you know, and they're only there for a reason to uphold that. And Russia is going off of a script. Like, hold on, you supposed to be with us. Like, hold on, you supposed to be like, we supposed to be together. Y'all letting the West rule you guys. We are Europeans. We are Russians. And is Russia Asia? Oh, look at that fucking map. That's kind of, well, China is right there, and then well, whatever. I gotta dip out, y'all. I gotta get in the motherfucking shower because I've been working all day. But yes. And I'm gonna do a story on this. Actually, I got a whole new show coming up I meant to tell you all about. It's gonna be pre-recorded. It's gonna be a pre-recorded show where we focus on certain individuals that was in government. You know, it's gonna be more of a voiceover type thing, you know, pictures and all that stuff, so I can really get it right, what I want to say, and you know, the message that I'm trying to put out there. Probably be a couple of parts to it depending on who I'm talking about. I'm thinking the first one I'm going to do it about is Obama because that's like the easiest one. I should say I don't really have to do too much information. I can just throw some shit together and then, you know. But I got that coming up. Me and Josana got a show coming up. We're gonna be live next Wednesday, I believe. So that's gonna be early in the morning. We're gonna be doing wake up calls for everybody who wake up early. So if y'all want to drink y'all coffee, you know, come chill with us. We're gonna have a couple of things going on with that show, from cooking to, you know, being on the ground and all kind of stuff. It might be we're gonna try to get some guests also, you know, so try to wake up and catch us. If you can't, just rewind it and like it for us. But thank y'all for saying here. Let me rant, man. Let me. Yeah, Russia, Europe. Yeah, but the map is just crazy, bro. Like we can't be looking at this map crazy, bro. I gotta look at a map from outside of America. I'm trying to say hey, man. That's what I mean, man. See, I'm just like, I don't know, man. You remind me Tupac dropped the album already. I used to rap. I actually am dropping a couple of songs pretty soon. I got a couple of songs I'm gonna do, but I'd say probably like 4 of them ain't gonna have really anything to do with politics, but they're not gonna be my songs. They're gonna be some features I'm gonna do with some old friends I had. They rappers now and whatnot. But yeah, I got y'all. I got a song I'm working on called "Death to America," and that's a rock song. I got a couple of rap songs that I'm working on also. But yeah, I still write. I used to rap when I was younger, but I don't know, man. It was like when I don't know that I didn't have a capitalist mindset. My mind wasn't capitalist enough to actually get into the rap game because that shit was just too, it was just too fake for me. And then everybody just flashy with the money and women and drugs and it just that wasn't my life, man. I don't know. I wasn't even that type of rapper anyway. I was more of a lyrical miracle nigga. I'm going to these fucking bars. Everybody got like, fuck that. All right, y'all. Fuck yeah, but I don't even listen to rap now. But that's why I listen. Just write my own shit. But y'all take care. And don't forget to thank the USSR for your life. Don't forget to fight the power for your life. Don't forget to hit like. Cause we so close to getting this motherfucking 15K. And I believe we're gonna take off, y'all. We're gonna really take off. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. We got a lot of people to teach, seeing, a lot of these people are gonna be falling pretty soon, and their audience is gonna move to the left of them. So we'll be seeing a new, I say after these midterms, we're gonna be seeing a new flock of viewers, I should say. So it's gonna be a hell of a ride. So y'all just stay with us, tune in. We ain't gonna forget the people who came up with us. You know what I'm saying? If y'all was day ones, if y'all got the email and all that shit, let us know y'all day ones. You know what I'm saying? I always take care of my people. I always try to, do something for y'all. Send y'all some souvenirs or anything, card, whatever the fuck. But we're gonna make sure that we stay on the ground with our day ones for sure, no matter how big this channel get. I know y'all niggas faces. Like I know y'all names. Like they graved in my head. Y'all like internet cousins and shit, so I'm gonna remember you, man. Don't think I'm gonna ever get too big to forget y'all. We love y'all for sure. For real. And it's all love, y'all. Oh yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. We're gonna get the shit together, y'all. Hopefully, we start reporting on weather and missing children, police brutality pretty soon too. I keep on forgetting about that. But Nick, thank you, brother. Thank you. But yeah, y'all take care, man. I'm about to go take my ass in the shower. Fucking itching. All right.